welcome to Mildly Spiraling. I'm your host, Tracy. Happy to have you here. Hello and welcome to Mildly Spiraling. I'm your host, Tracy. It's the 9th episode of season 2, in case you're keeping track. I titled this episode Bing Bong's episode, and then when I was looking through my notes, I was like, wait, what do I mean by Bing Bong? What does that mean? And then I realized the last one was all about emotion, so I was trying to be all cool and witty, and I titled it Inside Outing. Honestly, that sounds like it could be a weird sex position, but I meant the movie, sickos. Gosh. I love Bing Bong. I love Inside Out. I saw the second one with my mom, and I forced her to watch the first one before we saw the second one in theaters, and she really liked it. And it's really hard to get my mom to go to the movie, so I call that a win. If my mom likes a movie, she likes a movie. And if my mom likes a movie, it should automatically win the Oscar for Best Movie, because she literally doesn't see that many. Although, most of you will disagree with that. Anyway, I am recording on a Saturday night, y'all, and I'm exhausted. I am obsessed with Chloe on Bleecker. They do this breakfast special, which I had at 1. I had my breakfast special at 1 o'clock, and it comes with so much food on it. It has these lentil sausages and tofu scramble and 2 pancakes and hash browns, and I'm still full from it, and it's 8:15 p.m. But it was so good, and I had it after I did a reformer strength class, and I was like, oh yeah, it's amazing. Y'all, you can't buy followers on podcasts, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. But I would so appreciate if you're enjoying the podcast, if you'd recommend it to a friend. That would mean a lot to me. I'm trying out some new things on here, so I really appreciate all my loyal listeners. Truly, if you're a day one, hell yeah, I love you. Buy you a coffee. So yeah, I've kind of started going into monitoring appointments for IVF. Not I basically monitoring appointments to start my estradiol patches. Estradiol is just the fancy word for estrogen. I did not do that last time. Last time they just had me start I think a week after my estrogen surged from potentially ovulating. This time they were truly monitoring it to make sure they started it at the exact time. So that feels kind of promising. Things are very much more on a very hard schedule. And so I had to go in 3 times at 8 a.m. To get my the first one I did ultrasound and blood work, and the other 2 times I did blood work. I don't know why, but my arms are bruising so much more than they normally do. I think the one from literally one of the blood draws from literally a week ago, I have this giant bruise on my arm that almost feels like it's getting bigger and bigger as the days go by and not smaller. It's kind of freaking me out. I keep showing Patrick and I'm like, look at this. It's just getting bigger. It's weird. I think she got me good there. So yeah, I am scheduled to put the patches on my body starting on Tuesday this week. So a day after this podcast drops, I'll be starting those patches. I feel so bloated when I'm on them. I feel bloated and I get really bad headaches. Those are the main physical signs of it. But then I literally, when I first put the patch on, and it starts going into my bloodstream, I feel high, euphoric from it. It's so weird. I don't know. Other people haven't, don't feel the same way. I don't want to know why I feel that way, because I'm sure it's not a good thing. Literally every time I am in the doctor's office, it's never good. It's barely ever good news. It's always bad news. So at least I can always know that like, it's gonna be bad, and if it's good, then it's like an anomaly, and I get to be happy for a few minutes before I get the shoe drops or whatever. I mean, of course, like, I had some good things happen in my last cycle, but ultimately it failed, and, like, my ultrasounds, like, have not been good. I mean, I had a good one in May last, so almost a year ago at this point, and I had a good one like in July when I did the HSG, but like literally since then, it's always been so dismal in there. I've just been trying some little things like grounding. I I did a like low inflammation diet, but honestly, I've kind of let that go the last few weeks. Don't come for me, but it is kind of hard sometimes. Like I had that big breakfast this morning, but I'm giving myself grace because it's like a lot of people when they say like, oh, what would you have done differently for your IVF cycle, and they're always like, I would have just said fuck it and like done whatever. Like people are like, I had my best cycle when I like literally was like in Spain the week before drinking sangria by the beach, like people just like, I think like stress is like one of the main reasons sometimes, like it's not just stress obviously, like we don't have control over it in that way, but it's like, yeah, just blah, like do the hardest thing pre-IVF cycle, which is not be stressed, because it is so hard to not be stressed, because it's like a shitty thing, and it's, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm getting prepped for that. So Tuesday start patches. I've booked a massage for Monday. Super excited. So like literally we'll get a massage Monday evening after work and then put a patch on Tuesday morning. So I'm like, that feels like a way I can force myself to relax. So yeah, booked and busy, y'all. I've been booked and busy. Our upstairs neighbor has started doing something that feels very New York City. So there's been a few, like it started a few months ago, and I was literally like, I'd be like sitting in our living room, and all of a sudden I would hear just banging. And at first I thought, oh my God, okay, someone like our neighbor's hanging a picture on the wall, and for some reason I can hear it. Or there's like a new build, about 3 doors down, that's like 10-story new build. And sometimes they'll do construction on that and it's super loud. But this like didn't sound like it was coming from there. Like one day it was so loud that I literally was like, wait, is it an earthquake? I think like our whole, like the interior of our apartment was literally shaking. So I think it was that day that I was literally like, I have to figure out what the hell this is. So I like went out into the hallway, and we live on the first floor of like a four-story townhouse, and each floor is a different apartment. And so there's only 4 of us or like 4 total apartments, so 4 families that live here. So I like went out into the hallway and I was like, oh my God, it's coming from upstairs. And I was like, it cannot be our directly above us neighbor. Like I just can't see it being her. Like, and I was like, okay, I feel like it's coming from right above there. So I even like went up one flight. I was like, yeah, definitely coming from the 3rd floor. And I then was told Patrick about it. I was like, something is going on the 3rd floor. I don't know what it is. I think he might be just jumping up and down. Like, I don't know, like maybe he's dancing. So Patrick was like listening in one day when I was like, oh, it started. Listen in. So he's like listening in, and he's like, no, that's shuffle ball change. Like he is tap dancing. So we were like, okay, he's tap dancing. And then I heard it, and we even like looked it up on YouTube, and we're like, yep, that's shuffle ball change. Like, I did tap when I was like a little wee one, but I haven't done tap since I was probably like 7 years old. So I don't like, I know what that means, but like I couldn't like, pick it out of like, ooh, this banging noise. So that's what we like thought was going on for the last like month or two. We were like, okay, he's tap dancing, whatever. Then we get a text from the neighbor right above us saying, "Hey, like so and so is about to start flamenco dancing." Like it might be loud, you might hear them. And we're like, "Oh, flamenco dancing! Like he has just taken up flamenco dancing." And that's what it is. So that is very interesting and funny. It feels so New York to have like an upstairs neighbor that has taken up flamenco dancing, and it's like 2 p.m. on a Sunday, and it's just like, it sounds like an earthquake, like a medium magnitude earthquake is what it sounds like, and it's very funny. I don't know. I gotta love it though. I love people that have random hobbies like that. Like, I think it's pretty cool. Honestly, I have been looking to take an adult dance class in the city. I'm thinking of doing it. I mean, tap would be cool, but honestly, I just want something where I'm like throwing my body around, and I really have always gravitated towards just being a total weirdo. So I'm looking for like a modern dance class, but I'll probably wait to do it since like I'm starting a cycle and everything. You're not allowed to like move your pelvis around. So I've also been getting in like all my Pilates and stuff pre like starting this, because I like can't move my pelvis around like starting in a week. So yeah, that's like, I don't know, just so funny. And our like whole little community of neighbors is so amazing. I love my neighborhood so much, and I love the community around it. And that's like my first love for this week. Another love, and I love community, but I love doing things alone, and I think like living in a community where there's like a lot going on and you feel safe, and like there's just like something like, I love going out and getting like a drink alone. I love like going and getting a coffee alone. I mean, I love like hanging out with people too, but I love like as I'm getting older, just being so much more comfortable being alone. And I think that like just doing those experiences can like really make you feel more confident. Like I used to be so scared to do things alone. But then it would be like, oh, when I did it, I was like, I feel so much better. And I feel like, it's not even like you have to go out and like try to meet people, but it's like literally just like, like one thing I think going to like a gallery or like in a museum, and it's like you can just walk around and look at things, and it's like, I don't know, it's just like a nice thing to do. And it's something I've really enjoyed doing as I've gotten older, is just loving my own company. And that's like kind of goes hand in hand with the spiral that I have. It's just the way that age is talked about in society. Like, I will say, like, I hear from so many women, it's like as you get older, society tells you that you're invisible now, or that like you don't matter. But like, this is when we are feeling the most confident. Like, this is when we are getting our shit together, ladies. Like, I will tell you, like, I did not have my shit together. I still don't have my shit together. Let's be real, y'all. I'm 38 and I do not have my shit together at all. Like, I do not have my shit together, but I don't fully need my shit together. You know what I mean? Like, I actually like kind of being like, I don't need my shit fully together, right? Like, let's have an air of mystery. Let's start a podcast. Let's like take a modern dance class. Not that that's not having your shit together, but I mean just that, like, not 100% being by the book. But like, truly, like, if I think about my life, like, I did not have my shit together for so long, which is why I actually am now like, oh, this is stability is low-key nice. But like, as you get older, like, I think I read saying it's like they're like, women that start companies typically don't do it until they're about 42 years old. I think there's just like a level of confidence that comes with aging, but like, I spiral because I hear so many like young women, and especially men, like talk about older women like crap, and it's just like, no. Wait until you get older and you start feeling like chill as fuck. I promise you it's coming, because I've heard people say, oh my God, I'm so scared of turning 30. And I'm like, oh, thank God I'm not in my 20s anymore, honestly. Like, thank God I'm not in my 20s. Like, your 30s are so great. And I promise you, like, I have had a lot of shit happen to me in my 30s, and I am, in my late 30s now, and I am just feeling so much better, even though I have like really hard stuff going on. Like I am infertile, and that's so fucking hard, and that's, it is one of the hardest things I've dealt with, but I've already dealt with like so many hard things. Like I have been completely 100% broke. Like I have been so broke that I couldn't afford groceries. I've had like all my credit cards maxed out, and I have crawled my way out of debt. My dad has died. I don't have any aunts or uncles. They've all died. Like I've been through like a lot of shit, but I just truly do think you can come out of these situations and then life throws something at you like infertility. And it's like, okay, I have prepared my whole life for this. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean? Like, I think that like age gives you perspective on things is what I mean. So fuck the way society talks about age. And honestly, one of the things my dad used to always say is, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? And I truly have been thinking about that a lot more, because I honestly feel younger than I did a lot, like when I was 29 or 30. So, and I truly am telling the truth on that. Like, I'm not bullshitting. So I do think that's like something to keep in mind. Like, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? Maybe you'd be like 85. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm 85. Sometimes I need so much sleep that I'm literally in a retirement community. You know what I mean? So I've talked about it before. I'm a huge PWHL fan. I'm a big Sirens fan. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. For the real diehard fans, you know what I mean when I say wee woo. But I'm a huge PWHL fan, and I was talking about, and I love the Peanuts. And the Peanuts did an NHL collection, so I have like a Snoopy with a Rangers jersey on it. And I think they do like a Charlie Brown, but I thought it would be so cool if the PWHL did all the girl Peanuts characters. And I was like, what team would each Peanut character be? And I'm not going to go into it here because like the Peanuts PWHL crossover audience may be very niche, but I will say in my thoughts, I will say I think Peppermint Patty is 100% a PWHL player. Like Peppermint Patty is absolutely, I personally think that Peppermint Patty is on the Frost, but like if you don't think she is, that's fine. I think she's on the Frost, and I think Marcy's on the Fleet, and they're having a heated rivalry moment, and I think Marcy is the goalie. And Peppermint Patty is a center. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments if you agree with that, or if you think they're on totally different teams. Or is Peppermint Patty having a heated rivalry moment with someone else? I don't know. Let me know. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on it. I don't want to get into like who each one is, but maybe I'll make a separate video on it. That could be fun. Oh yeah, so this is another spiral, and it's so like duh, like of course no one likes this, but people who are fake, I just like feel like this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, but like I just can't get behind people that are fake. Like I like people that are real and honest and sincere and have lived crazy lives, and I don't like people like I've never been able to be fake. Like, it's actually been to my own detriment, honestly, because I just cannot be fake. Like, and I'm not, like, trying to low-key brag here or anything. Like, I'm being, like, 100% serious. But almost sometimes, like, I almost am like, oh, my God, why am I being so serious about this right now? Like, why can't I just fit in? Tracy, just fit in. Come on. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'm just, like, and I think part of it is, like, I mean, geez, I am, like, very good at, like, regulating my emotions, but I just have, like, a really hard time, like, being fake, like, and fitting into situations or, like, bullshitting. So, I don't know, like, I just, like, I can't, yeah, that's, like, so hard for me. Like, I don't like surface level bullshit, and I don't like fake people, and it makes me spiral because I do feel like there's just so many people like that, and it's hard to like just kind of be like, ugh, I can't with you right now. Goodbye. Maybe I should start doing that, guys. I can't with you right now. I don't want to deal with it. Goodbye. That would be so bad. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm recording this video and now I'm like, shit, did I record the video? I don't know. I'm hoping I am. It doesn't matter because there might not be a video because I didn't hit record on the video. Oh, la la la. You're hearing me spiral in real time because I thought I was recording a video and I don't know if I am. So we'll find out soon when I wrap this up. Oh my God. Someone asked me on the street if I wanted to adopt a very badly behaved toddler when I was walking like on the Lower East Side. And they were like, hey, do you want to adopt this like kid? They're very poorly behaved. And I just like, ha 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 ha. Which, first of all, I'm just tired of laughing at dumb jokes like that. But I was like, ha 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 ha. I was like, oh boy, if I had just been like, yeah, you know what? I've been trying like IVF and I've been going through infertility for a year plus. Yeah, that would be great. You know what? That would make my life so much easier. I wouldn't have to go through the adoption process or anything because I'm infertile. I make people like, I feel like people get so uncomfortable when you say you're infertile, and it's just like, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna like say it. Like, honestly, like people, like I'm like, it's kind of like if you're like, I'm fat, and they're like, no, you're not. And you're like, well, I am, and I'm saying I am. So when it's like, I will say, like, I'm infertile. And then, like, people will be like, no, you're not. And it's like, no, I am infertile. That's a scientific fact that I am. And it's just, like, funny and weird. And it's like, if I say I am, like, I mean, honestly, I feel like almost in a way you are dismissing like my reality by saying that I'm not, you know? So I don't know. Like, just like, if people say they are and they're just like speaking their truth, don't be like, no, you're not. It's like, well, I am, like, technically. So I don't know. Does that sound like, I don't know. Do I sound so vengeful and bitchy? Who cares? No, but truly, I don't want to. But like, I don't know. That's just like one thing. It's like, yeah, don't dismiss my reality. Like, truly, that I am. So, yeah. On that note, holy moly, that was a hardcore spiral, I guess. Yeah, I'm excited. I will have updates next week. We'll see how I'm feeling. From the estrogen patches. I'm sure I'll be hardcore bloated. I need to find like some good sweatpants for this round. Not that I don't live in sweatpants already, but I feel like I need some like good sweatpants. So yeah, if you're not already subscribed to the podcast, please do so wherever you listen. I love a like on the episode, on the podcast. Follow me on Instagram. You can email me at mildlyspiraling@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. I'd always love to share your loves and your spirals. It means so much to me that you're listening, and I hope you had a great weekend and have a beautiful week. All right, love you. Bye. That's my podcast.